If there were a competition for the most ineffective or biased White House correspondent, she might just take the crown. Whether it's her constant interruptions, loaded questions, or transparent political bias, Collins has built a reputation for being more of an activist than a journalist. Her approach in press briefings often involves talking over officials, pushing narratives instead of seeking facts, and attempting to provoke viral moments rather than meaningful discussions. It's no surprise that both Donald Trump and his press secretaries have had enough. So much so that shutting her down has practically become a sport. In this video, we'll take a closer look at some of the most satisfying moments where Collins was put in her place, exposing how her tactics backfired time and time again. Trust me, you won't want to miss this.
You held on to those documents when you knew the federal government was seeking them and then had given you a subpoena to return them.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Can I talk?
Yeah, what's
the
answer?
Do you mind?
I would like for you to answer the question.
Okay, it's very simple to answer.
That's why I asked it.
It's very simple to, you're a nasty person, I'll tell you.
Can you answer why you held on to the documents?
I was negotiating and we were talking.
Classic Trump. The man doesn't just answer questions, he turns them into verbal street fights. Caitlin Collins tries to corner him with a straight up no-nonsense question about those classified documents. But instead of a clear answer, we get the signature Trump pivot, delay, deflect, and then boom. Personal insult unlocked.
Hope it was an incorrect report.
When was the last time you heard from him?
I don't want to say. Yeah.
You pointed to me. Just a quick question about that. So you haven't made any contact, though, just to make sure?
With who?
The North Koreans.
I don't want to say. I won't say that.
Okay.
We have a good relationship with North Korea. As good as you can have. I mean, we have a good relationship with North Korea. I have a good relationship with Kim Jong-un, and I hope he's okay. And somebody would say, oh, that's terrible. No, it's not terrible. I hope he's okay. And I think it was a fake report done by CNN.
So can I ask you a question?
What do you have? Go ahead. No, that's enough. Go ahead.
Can I ask? But that wasn't my question.
The problem is you don't write the truth. So, as far as I'm concerned, I want to go to the next
Can I
one.
ask you a question about...
No, not CNN, please. Go ahead.
The White House has not responded to these
I told you. CNN is fake news. Don't talk to me. Go ahead, please.
But he says he was retaliated against, and that's why he was removed from his job. Do you have a response to that?
Okay, next question.
Here we go again, another round of Trump versus Caitlin Collins, and let's just say he's not exactly handing out warm hugs. Collins tries to press him about reports on North Korea, but Trump isn't having it. Instead of giving her a straight yes or no, he leaves it hanging in the air like a suspenseful season finale. Did he talk to Kim Jong-un? Did he not? Who knows? Stay tuned for the next episode of Diplomacy Trump Style.
And we're doing it now. Oh, that's a good one.
Mr. President, you won the White House in part because of high inflation. If your tariffs make prices go up...
Excuse me, we haven't asked you to speak yet, please. Right? Okay. Go ahead, please.
You won the White
Go
House
ahead.
in part...
Go ahead, please.
Mr. President, you are meeting Prime Minister Modi of India this
Yes.
afternoon. What kind of trade and tariff relationship would you like to have?
Oh man, this is like watching a teacher shut down a student for talking out of turn in class. Caitlin Collins tries to jump in, but Trump is already locked and loaded. The second she speaks out of turn, he hits her with the ultimate verbal red card. Excuse me, we haven't asked you to speak yet. Oof, that's the political equivalent of slamming the door in someone's face.
One on the freeze in federal funding. Who advised the president on the legality of telling government agencies that they don't have to spend money that was already appropriated by Congress?
Well, as the OMB memo states, this is certainly within the confines of the law. So White House counsel's office believes that this is within the president's power to do it, and therefore he's doing it.
Okay, so they disagree with lawmakers who say that they don't have the power to freeze this funding.
Again, I would point you to the language in the memo that clearly states this is within the law.
And on what happened on Friday night, the administration fired several inspectors general without giving Congress the 30-day legally required notification that they were being fired. I think only 2 were left at DHS and the DOJ. And then yesterday we saw several prosecutors, I believe 12, fired from the Justice Department who worked on the investigations into the president. As you know, they are career prosecutors, therefore they are afforded civil service protections. How is the administration deciding which laws to follow and which ones to ignore?
So it is the belief of this White House and the White House counsel's office that the president was within his executive authority to do that. He is the executive of the executive branch, and therefore he has the power to fire anyone within the executive branch that he wishes to. There's also a case that went before the Supreme Court in 2020, Scala Law LLC versus the Customs, Bureau Protection. I would advise you to look at that case, and that's the legality that this White House was resting on.
You're confident that if they bring lawsuits against you, those prosecutors who were fired, that they will succeed?
We will win in court,
And
yes.
did he personally direct this, given they worked on the classified documents investigation and the election interference investigation?
This was a memo that went out by the Presidential Personnel Office, and the president is the leader of this White House, so yes. Yes.
Now we've got another round of White House press secretary versus the media, and this one is a real legal gymnastics routine. The reporter is basically coming in hot, demanding to know why Trump fired a bunch of inspectors general and prosecutors without following the 30-day notification law. Sounds serious, right? Well, Caroline Leavitt isn't breaking a sweat. She's just rolling with the executive authority card like it's a get-out-of-jail free pass. And that wraps up our look at some of the most satisfying moments where Caitlin Collins got put in her place. Time and time again, she proves that she's more interested in pushing an agenda than actually reporting the news, and yet she still wonders why people are tuning out of mainstream media. But now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Collins is the worst White House correspondent, or does someone else take that title? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get the conversation going. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe so you never miss an update from us. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you'll always be the first to know when we drop a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.